Good morning, writer friends, and welcome to the Right Away After Party. Today is a sensational day. Sit down, strap yourselves in because you're going to get as excited as we are about all of this. I'm still in London and I am Kath, and with me from Fort Lauderdale is.
Nicole. Hi, or Nick. I'm sorry, Nick.
Oh,
And I'm from West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach.
she is in West Palm Beach and she is over the moon, and I'm right there over the moon with her because the news is so exciting. And it couldn't have come to a better person at a better
Oh,
time. Nick,
thank you. Thank you
congratulations.
so much, Kath. Oh my gosh. I
Tell
was
us.
I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready to go to my day job because I still have one of those. But I was thinking like I would not be in this position right now without the people in my life, and you're definitely one of those people. I don't think anyone can do this alone. It is not a solo journey. this is this is a team effort. It's a group of just incredible humans in my life that lifted me up and brought me to this position. But yes, I
Something
signed
happened.
I signed with a literary agent. Yay!
Yay!
Not just an agent, but I signed with an agency. And that's like the very, very most important part. Because, an agent is wonderful, but having an agency behind you is just incredible. The Night Agency, yes. I am with the Night Agency. Yay!
A
And
big round of applause.
yay!
And you said something that I think is really, really valuable to writers who are out there. You said, I could never have got here unless. And it's really interesting, isn't it? Every single event you've had, successes and failures, have brought
Yes,
you with this resilience to this place.
exactly. Yes.
How many submissions under your belt before you got this wonderful
Um,
news?
well, I have dipped my toe in and out of querying for, some time.
Fair
But
enough.
with this last time, I made a solid commitment to myself that I was not going to stop. And it ended up being 43 queries total.
43.
43, yeah. That's a lot of rejections.
That's a lot of
That's a
regret.
lot of like, okay, next, okay, next.
So what did you do with all those rejections? Did you hang them
I
on the
didn't
wall and throw darts at them? Did you file
know.
them?
No, I just
No.
deleted them. I would barely read them. I would just wait. I would just like, as soon as I saw a thank you for your submission, I was like, oh, bye.
Next.
Not for me. I think I read them in the very beginning. I took them a little bit more literally,
Mhm.
the first like four or five. I was like, but actually, what? I really had some great success in the very, very, very start, like the very start. I had that the one page contest last year in
Hmm.
July that I won, and then I had that agent ask for the full last August. And oh my gosh, that just like kept the ball rolling for me, I think, because it was just like, getting that initial success was amazing. And just knowing that someone in an industry thought my work was, of quality, I
Hmm.
was like chef's kiss, right? Like you're just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen. But then when it didn't happen, it was a little bit shuddering. I will say that. Um, Shuddering the fact that I even like actually like closed myself off. I stopped querying for about 2 months, I think, because I was a little shell shocked. I really
But
it,
let's be fair. Let's be fair. Some other things happened in your life as well that maybe don't need to be included here. But it's
yes.
important for those of you listening to understand that Nick didn't just sort of say, "Oh, I'm hurt," or "I'm disappointed," or "I'm not going to play this game anymore." No, no. There were a lot of other factors, external and
Yes.
internal factors, that had kind of combined to jam up the
Yeah.
works for a minute.
That's true. That's true.
You need
As
to
writer, we
grow.
don't live in a vacuum.
Exactly.
We're human and human existence and life throws curveballs at us from different angles for different reasons. And, whether it's family, work, whatever,
Mhm.
we have, things that we need to deal with. And sometimes writing has to take a little bit of a back seat. And that's okay because we can always return and look at I returned and it's been glorious. So but even the journey here was not easy. It wasn't an easy like path because I will tell you right now that something miraculous happened within this process that I haven't discussed really with, I only discussed it with one other person. And I will tell you now what happened. So I sent this query and he asked for the full. His name is Travis Pennington. And with the Night Agency, he asked for the full. I sent him the full. This was the full after the podcast. So I made a ton of revisions. I mean, a ton from that podcast. What those ladies said, what Carly and Cece said was absolutely gem. It came at the exact right time. I could not have asked for better timing for that. I am so, so grateful to those women. Again, teamwork, community, it takes a village.
Yeah. So if you have no idea what Nick is talking about, jump back to episode 66 in this podcast and you will hear everything about Nick's query letter being read on the air by these wonderful people in their own podcast. So
yes. And they're agents as well. So, that what they say, it had weight, especially for the industry, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for it. So I did it and I sent it to him and oh my gosh, he got back to me in less than 24 hours of sending it to him. And he said he read the whole thing, which I was a little bit skeptical. How did he read the whole thing in less than 24 hours? But he said he read the whole thing and he loved it.
How many pages did you send?
I sent the whole thing. So it's 441 pages.
What? But wait, then you've missed a chapter. Tell us about the part where you sent, the query and the first few pages.
Oh yeah, I think I mentioned that actually before because he had my query for a little bit. He was one of the 11 that I had sent off, right after the podcast. I sent off 11 queries with the new query and the new little revisions that I had done, and he was one of the 11 that I had sent to. And so, and then he asked for the full, pretty much right away. It was pretty much
all night. He stayed up all night reading.
He stayed up all night reading. The email came in at 3:52 in the morning. I saved it.
Wait. Where is he? East Coast, West Coast?
I think he's in the East Coast. Yeah. I don't want to say what state or anything, but he is on the East Coast. Yes. Wow. So we're on the same time frame. So I sent it on Sunday around 2:00. It was 2 something. Because that's exactly when I finished it. I literally finished it hot off the hot cakes. Read it for 2 seconds and then just sent it. I didn't give it a lot of thought because I was like, I'm just going to trust. I'm going to trust the process.
Yeah. Yeah. And I spoke that day.
And I woke up.
You said, I'm going to read it one more time and I'm sending it. No more.
That's it. And then I woke up on Tuesday morning getting ready for work. And I opened up my email and there was an email from him. And it was stamped 3:52 in the morning. And it said, thank you so much. I loved it. And as soon as I saw I loved it, I was like, oh gosh, this is it. This is it. Right. And then he just said, I loved it, but unfortunately, I just think this is going to be a really hard sell. And I don't think I'm going to be able to offer you representation at this time. And I was gutted. I went to work completely gutted. I mean, I dragged myself into work, just so, so sad. I worked so hard on that beginning. And I told my coworker that day at work on Tuesday, I said, you know what? I'm going to take this as a sign that Intaker, series needs to be put to the side. And I got to focus on my psychological thriller and get that ready to go. Because I'm not going to give up this momentum of finding my agent and starting my career. I'm just going to move to my next project, which my next project is almost done. And I'm just going to move on. And I had come to a point where I was really happy and satisfied with that, even though I was sad because you know how much I love Margaret. But then I get home and I open up my email and he had sent another email at 11:15, but because I was at work, I didn't check my emails. And so I get home around 5, I check my email. It's 11. He sent it at 11:15 in the morning. And he said that he read it again and that he cannot pass up on this project. And if I'm willing, and if I don't have another agent interested, he would love to offer representation.
And he wrote that other email
Never in the history. I want to know of another person out there that has had an agent change their mind. Never in the history of that I have ever heard an agent change their mind.
Maybe he missent. Did you ask him about that first email?
I emailed him straight away and I just said, Travis, are you being serious with me? Like, you're offering representation? And he emailed me back immediately and just said, yes, I am offering you representation. I love this book. Your story is, I couldn't get it out of my head. I want to represent your story.
But
It is going to be a very.
This is too much. You've got to find out what did he missend the other one? Was it meant to be
No,
somebody
absolutely not. So
else?
I told him, I said I would not sign. He said he wanted to send the contract right away. And I sent him another email and said that I would not sign a contract until I spoke to him on the phone because I wanted to know what changed his mind. It was bothering me so bad.
Good. What was it?
So I got him on the phone the very next day. We spoke on the phone. He called me, which was wonderful. And he just, I was blushing. He was gushing about my work. He just said he could not stop thinking about it. He just said that anything that he could read in one complete sitting and be entertained the entire time, he knew he had to represent that book. He told me that he could not put the book down, that he had to know, does she stay or does she go? He could not figure it out. He said that he had no inkling of either way. He said I did such a masterful job, like keeping him. I mean, it was like everything I've ever have asked the universe for. I wanted an agent that absolutely loved Margaret. I wanted an agent that absolutely loved my work. I wanted an agent that understood exactly what I was going for. It's pure entertainment and it's pure about pacing and it's about language and and it's about the fact that this stayed with him. He couldn't shake it. Like he couldn't shake the sensation of it. I'm on cloud nine. It just feels like a dream. It doesn't even feel real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna be really ecstatic, like just bouncing off the walls ecstatic, but it actually was like this very calm feeling. Like I don't know, my husband,
burn.
Huh?
Like a slow burn.
Yeah, like I was very calm. Like I was very calm about it. Everyone around me was buzzing and crazy and like just jumping up and joy. Like everyone wanted to celebrate. And I was like, I just wanted to sit back and just be relaxed about it. I don't know. It felt like it was just meant to be. Like it didn't feel.
This is it because you've put in the work. You've done the due diligence.
Yeah.
Been there and come back and been there and come back. And I think there's also a little bit in your mind where you also know I have an agent, but now the agent needs to.
Yes. This, I mean, as much as I want to celebrate getting an agent, this really just feels like a stepping stone.
Correct. Correct.
Like I'm so grateful to Travis for taking this on. I'm so grateful for the Knight Agency for, believing in my book and going and gonna push my book forward. But to me, it's like, okay, so what editors are we going to send this to? Like, when are we getting this rock and rolling?
Exactly. And then after that, I mean, you already told us at the beginning of this podcast that you're already getting revisions from him, things that you're having to tweak, but you've got to go off to your real job right now. And
yes.
So yeah, everything is hurdles, but it's good to celebrate that you jumped that hurdle.
Yes.
And may it be the right agent, may the agent get to what they need to get to, but there are going to be other hurdles. And you know what? We'll cross them as we get to them, right?
Yes. I mean, for me, how I celebrated, I'll let you know how I celebrated. So how I celebrated, it wasn't a big celebration. It wasn't like my family took me out to dinner. Yes. And that was wonderful. But for me, my personal celebration is I sat in front of the mirror and I know we only have a few seconds left. But I sat in front of the mirror and I just said, thank you. I said, thank you to my reflection. And I told her how much I loved her. And I just said, you never gave up. You just kept going.
This is so important about what we do besides just writing, besides being a mother, besides being a wife, besides being a good human being in the whole context of the word, we have to learn to believe in ourselves. We have to learn over the years to trust ourselves, to love ourselves absolutely unconditionally, because we are on the journey with ourselves.
Yes.
Nobody else is going to walk minute by minute, day by day.
I'm very proud of myself. I'm very, very, very proud of myself. And there's no shame in that. I have worked so hard.
Yeah.
I have
I am so proud of you and your achievements, and climbing over every obstacle and still smiling and still smiling. And we'll keep doing this because this is what we love. This is what we live for. This is what we breathe. I have a few rapid fire questions for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes,
yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So where is your favorite place to write?
Definitely in my office. I love my office.
Good. Pencil or pen?
Computer. I love my computer. I although I do think and thought in pen. So.
In pens. Good. Do you write every day, most days, or sporadically?
I write every day.
Every day. If you know this one, if you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
I'd be vanilla, but with chocolate sprinkles.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Rainy or sunny?
Sunny.
Beach or mountains?
Oh, definitely beach.
Yeah, I knew that one. Dogs or cats?
Dog.
If you could meet someone from the past, from anywhere in the past, and sit down and have coffee and a slice of cake with, who would you meet?
Oh, definitely the spiritual philosopher Emmett Fox.
Oh,
I would just love to be in the presence of that man.
Okay, wonderful. Well, NC Murphy, your journey has begun in a way that is just so exciting and exhilarating, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Remind us of the name of your book.
It's Job Code 13.
Job Code 13, because you did
Intake series.
Intake a series. That's important to remember. Job Code 13. Margaret is the main character, and Nicole is being represented by the Night Agency. And what a great thing to share with you.
My knight in shining armor.
Never give up hope. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Subscribe, like us, give us a comment, give Nick some cheers, because this is a great celebration. And we'll just keep talking to you about everything that happens in this crazy writer's life at the Right Away Party.
Right Away Party. Please like and subscribe our channel. We love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.